Well, welcome to week 5. Can you believe this? This starts a new unit for this class, Unit 2, and the unit's very different than your previous unit. I think it's fascinating. The class is, we're about almost 1/3 done now, so things are going to start to pick up. You're going to learn some new skills. They're not so much photography skills as they are web skills, and the reason I'm doing this is because it's very important that people see your photographs. You don't want to be taking pictures in a vacuum. You need to have an audience. The same way in good writing, you have to have an audience, and you need to know who your audience is. So this unit's 3 weeks long. It's going to teach you how to use the web to actually display your photographs, and of course some of you are already doing this, all right? So I think you're going to enjoy this. You'll be doing 2 major projects, and you'll be posting photographs. You'll still be continuing to take pictures, okay, and actually manipulating your photographs. We're going to start enhancing some of your photographs this unit, and then we'll get more into that with the Photoshop unit. But on this particular unit, you're going to create a blog, and some of you I know are blogging already, and you should have seen my blog several times by now. And if you notice on my blog, I have my Flickr account, and my Flickr account is sort of my photo sharing account. That's where I actually keep a lot of my photographs, particularly family-oriented, vacation-oriented pictures, where I want to send them to family members very easily, okay, rather than, sending JPEG files or mailing the pictures, I can just send them a link to what's called a set in my Flickr account, and then people can just see that particular collection of pictures. Flickr acts a lot like Facebook, by the way. You can do the same kind of thing with Facebook, although Facebook's, I don't know, it's a little more of a controlled system. It reminds me a little too much of Microsoft, okay? So 2 things, basically. This particular unit, you're going to create a blog, and you're going to create a Flickr account. If you look at my blog, you'll see my Flickr account there. This is fairly straightforward stuff. I'm also trying to teach you how to be an intuitive learner, how to learn on your own, how to learn to create a blog, how to learn to create a Flickr account. All of these items have help files with them. I actually help you set up the blog. If you'll look very carefully in order through the learning module, through the table of contents, everything will unfold in order for you, okay? And there'll be help files available. There'll be help for actually setting up a blog, and there'll be help with resizing the pictures to make them upload to your blog more quickly. There'll be help with creating a Flickr account. It's very straightforward. And then at the same time, you're going to download your first free photo enhancement software, something called Picasa. And we're going to use that to talk about cropping pictures, and we're also going to use that to do a little color and light moderation. If you have Photoshop, and several students have asked me this already, if you have Photoshop, that's great. Don't mess with Picasa. You can do exactly these same things in Photoshop. Don't forget, you can go to the bookstore and buy Photoshop for $20. That's a great deal. At the same time, it takes up a huge amount of disk space on your computer, and if you don't have a pretty fast computer with a really fast processor, it's going to take hours to load even off the CDs, and it doesn't work very well, okay? So if you don't think your computer's up to stuff, I wouldn't mess with it at this point, okay? Don't bother Photoshop. I am going to send you to a couple of online Photoshop clones that are free and legal, all right, and that work very well, so don't worry too much about it. So if you don't have Photoshop right now for this unit, item 5 is where you'll actually download Picasa, okay, and that is a photo enhancement tool, all right. So basically the table of contents is divided into 8 items. Any item that's in black, make sure you click on the plus sign to actually open the item, okay. Your links are already there and they open up, okay, but if you see a title in black with a plus sign behind it, that means there's stuff hidden behind it, okay. So you're going to have 2 major assignments in addition to creating your blog, in addition to creating your Flickr account. You're actually going to work with PowerPoint, and you're going to create what's called a logo, a photo logo or a photo banner, which you'll use later in the class, all right? And it's kind of fun. It's a neat skill to do, to know how to use PowerPoint to actually create images. It's very, very interesting. PowerPoint's actually a very good photo enhancement tool. You can crop pictures with it. You can lighten and darken pictures, that kind of thing. So it's kind of fun. So I'm going to teach you a few things about that. So it's critical that you read the textbook chapters for this unit. It's critical that you go through the different links, the different readings, in the order that they are in the table of contents. And as usual, I'll be getting back to you every week with this kind of commentary. There's not so much in the way of discussions during this unit. I've kind of walked away from the discussions because I want you to spend that same time instead with your blog and sharing your blog with each other and also working on your Flickr account. So I think I better keep this short. As usual, if you have questions throughout the week, email me. I will be sending you all a URL to my blog because I'm making some new postings on it today that I want you all to see. So watch your mail too, please.